A shed update. Finished taking the rest of the toys and models off of the patio, so I'm good to go on that. I got basically one more pile, which is basically got 3 paint racks and a couple of odds and ends totes that need to be pitched and get rid of, so I'm probably going to get rid of that within a couple of weeks, and I'll be done with the patio. Then we can do the garage phase of the parts and putting up, and I'll show everyone that as we go along, so stay tuned for that. But we are going to do a little bit of a shed update. And this is not a whole lot, but I just wanted to show everyone what goes into the ark, even if it's just a little bit of amount, so we can do a video on it. First thing first, I was digging through parts when I was putting the totes up. This is a Wankel rotary engine. This was made by, it's like 1/5 scale, I think, and it was by a company, Intex made it when it first came out. Well, so you can actually get this reissued in, I want to say, Minicraft. I think AMT might have one, but anyway, that's an original Intex one right here. And one thing about this kit itself is it's actually on the Millennium Falcon, and it's actually, there's lots of parts on the Falcon that's from this kit alone. If you ever look on just look on the side of the Falcon. I probably don't have one that's handy. Well, you might be able to spot it if you look on the sidewalls, right all along through here, even on the other side. There's a lot of the Intex motor that's on the studio scale Falcon. Anyway, that's a unique model, and I'm not a big fan of the visible engines. You know, I really don't care how it works, but you know, just to have a vintage kit, you know, I think it's cool because it is odd. And friends of mine, we were all discussing if you could take a visible engine and make like a sci-fi engine out of it. I always thought that would be cool with some lights in there, you know, like a transwarp, you know, something, you know, just make it a unique engine of the future, you know, like a Mopar engine in the 23rd century, you know, something like that. But, we were just trying to find ways to taking an odd kit and making it even cooler. Carl the Martian. I never did finish painting him, so I'm going to have to retire him to the ark here. That's where Carl needs to be. And I do have an empty box. I want to keep one, so I'll put Carl back in the empty box, and we'll call him good. Am adding the this is a light kit from Mr. Engineer over there, and this is for the Vipers, especially the 32nd scale one. You know, the Mark IIs. You can do the Mark IIs and the Mark 1s, and this thing's all run on a board, and it's basically you can do like 3 different modes, and it's crazy what you can do. And I apologize, I can't remember exactly what he called it, the kit, but it's all pre-wired, it's plug and play, and the lights flicker and everything. It's just it's an awesome kit. He sent me a copy of it. It's fantastic. If you ever could get this kit for your Vipers, it's the way to go, because it's actually you know, it's almost 3-in-1. I think it's got just so many features it could do to light up the cockpit, the engines, how they flicker and everything. But anyway, that's a unique thing. I may go more in depth, and I may have made a video of it. I'm not for certain, but I should have done one. But anyway, hopefully I may try to dig it up and put a link under the video. Crypto. I have an extensive layaway system. A lot of layaways at the hobby store. I actually put a lot of kits on layaway. I have my own shelf in the back that's just full of kits that I've put on layaway there, so they let me do it, so that's cool. And I buy a bunch from the hobby store. But anyway, I wanted another crypto because that makes number 3, because I think it's one of those unsung little kits that will increase in value over time, because it's just an odd kit and not necessarily you have to build crypto. You know, I wanted another one because I was thinking you could do, you know, Bat Hound, Batman's dog, you know, and just lots of other stuff to, you know, just crosses my mind. So I think you can never have enough. Plus, it's Mobius's first vinyl kit, so, you know, I think it's just one of them unsung little model kits that, you know, either will be not worth nothing or will be worth a lot, just who knows. But anyway, I added that, another one to the art. Next ones are garage sale purchases. This is a Revell kit. It's a snap Camaro. Let me say this, you know, kids put it together, which is great. They learn the hobby, but, you know, sometimes they just get rid of it. They're bored with it. On the other hand, to me, that's a Bumblebee. So, you know, all you gotta do is pull the stickers off, you know, give it a repaint, and you'll have Bumblebee from Transformers. And, you know, nothing wrong with it at all, even for a snap fit. You can take it all apart, you know, you can even make a sci-fi vehicle out of it, you know, make it a little hover car. There's nothing of it's not usable at all. I mean, even the tires, rubber, and everything. So I always pick these up. I do sell stuff along the side that are already built up when I do sell kits, and because some people like them already assembled, you know. But anyway, it's only missing the side mirror. But anyway, I think that was just pretty darn slick. I hope the kid that built it, hope he had fun building it and maybe pursued more building models. I've got me a Pontiac GTO Super Stalker. I don't really have, I may have some car kits back there. That's the Model King. I ain't for certain. When this came out in 2005, so who knows. Still sealed too. It was a hell of a buy. And about the only model kit I really saw in a box, so, you know, not too bad. And it's odd, and I've been doing a lot of doing the petty cars, so, you know, just kind of race cars. So I do keep stuff occasionally. Gundam. These were in a for sale box at a garage sale, and I thought they were action figures, which I was going to buy them anyway. But these, under closer examination, they're model kits, because most people, when they put together kits, they don't really, when they cut them off the tree. Where did I see one at? Nope. Anyway, when they cut off the tree, like right there, you know, they don't sand it flush. You know, it's a typical non-modeler, you know, and that's no big deal. They don't know any better. They don't cut, you know, and sand it off, which that's fine. You know, not dogging that at all. But the Gundam kits, I mean, even if you get rid of them, they can be reused. I mean, over and over. You don't have to actually have, you know, their paint job that's on this. You can repaint them. Hell, you can make you know, different Gundams, mix and match. You know, make a custom Gundam. You don't even have to make a Gundam. You can make some other form of a robot, you know, just to get the weapons. But they're in good shape. They were complete, and I thought, wow, you know, I'll add that to the art. And I do have several Gundams. Some Gundams I have specifically because they are what they are, and then you know, I thought of future projects down the road that I thought would make a cool project with you know, different Gundam parts, and make your own Gundam just to go with the Gundam series. But anyway, that's pretty much on that, and I think they're pretty darn cool looking kits. One more thing, because I was digging through the parts. This is the Enterprise aircraft carrier, or part of it. I got the deck somewhere, and I don't know if it's up there, or it's in the garage, or it's still in the attic. I don't know, but anyway, I bought that in the 80s at a thrift store, and it was almost like brand new out, and it was like, you know, 45 cents, 50 cents, which is big money back then. But it's just one of those. I wanted to make a Star Blazer ship because there's a ship in there. They basically have a carrier that's flies in space. But anyway, the Enterprise, if you don't know which one it is this kit right there. And I've always wanted to make a space cruiser carrier, and I've always been wanting to do it. And who knows, I may, if I ever get some time, I may go ahead and do it. And you can see it's a glue job, which that's fine. You can just sand it all down. But I just basically wanted the hull, so we can make a spaceship. And it's a good size too, so you can put some lights in it and add a engine in the back, and just do some sci-fi stuff to it. And I always thought about, turning it upside down, putting the deck on top of the hull, just to hide the, the different, the silhouette of the carrier, and just make it a different type of ship, But anyway, that's a story of that, and I've had that, 20, 25 years. Just one of those things that you always just remember. I try not to have too many glue job ships, which I do have quite a few of, because the parts alone are worth that, even if the hull's shot. But anyway, that's the story on it. But anyway, that is what I have got going on today. That's a quick little update of the filling of the Ark. So that's what I got going on. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.